Well, we're in the Old Testament at this point, and I came across a verse not so many weeks ago that really struck me. This verse is found in Psalm 36:9. Let me read it to you. At first blush, it sounds very cryptic. In fact, it almost sounds so cryptic we don't know what to do with it. It seems so practical, so yeah, okay, I got it. But there's so much more to it. So let me share it with you. This is Psalm 36:9. This is a New King James Version. And it reads, "For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light. In your light we see light." When I first encountered it, I thought, okay, yeah, great, I got that. But I really didn't get it. In fact, it took some time before it really sunk into me as to what was being said. So let's consider the life of the average Christian. We are faced with burdens. We're faced with the decision-making we have to make. We're called to make righteous choices. But we're embattled in this. We have an enemy that wants to create doubt, wants us to turn away from faith in God, wants us to act independently, to allow our self-nature to take control. And all those things work against us. But that's our factory default setting. So it's easy for us to slip into the old habit of just trusting ourselves, or perhaps others. But Christ is telling us, look, the trust in man will get you nowhere. You need to trust me. I'm the source of life. I've come to give it more abundantly. But it's very difficult to do that at times. It's simple, but not easy. But this verse is saying something interesting. If I carry my own burdens, if I trust in myself, if I get gobbled up in the daily routine with all the problems there are and all the rough, difficult choices we have to make, the opposition we find from family members, friends at work, and what have you, that just rail against our soul, a number of things can happen. The big D's. We may become desperate. We may end up doubting. We may feel discouraged. There may be a sense of depression that falls over us, a dark cloud. There may be all kinds of things that happen that darken our soul. And so I thought about this. In your light, I see light. Generally, it can happen under the heat of battle in our daily routine that things really look discouraging. They look dark. Everything seems to be against us. And we can't control any of it. It's almost depressing. But in God's light, we see light. God has not called us to be depressed, discouraged, or feel desperate, or to face darkness in our soul, which is very common at times. He's saying, no, I want light there. Well, what is light? Well, I think it's just symbolic of truth. The truth about who we are. The truth about who He is. So in His light, we see light. So how do I have a lighted soul? How do I have truth prevailing in my soul? How do I experience this refreshing light that dispels darkness? Simple enough. In your light, we see light. Here's the deal. If we're in Him by faith and enjoying our relationship with Him by faith, our soul is not desperate. It's not feeling depressed. It's not darkened. It's not filled with doubts. In truth, we enjoy the refreshing light that comes on, that dispels darkness. So the question is, well, how do I get in His light? Well, the answer is so neat. We're already in it, if we're a believer. Christ said, you and me, and I and you. Take that truth by faith. I am always with the light. I am always in the light, and the light is always in me. So the next time we have a dark thought, a dark feeling, a depressed attitude, or whatever it may be, all I need to do is claim the promise. You and me, and I and you. Light is automatic. It's there. It's not hidden from us. It's right before our eyes, only to be claimed by faith. God bless you.